Bloomberg Audio Studios.
Podcasts, radio, news.
Here's the latest this morning. Kamala Harris and Donald Trump attempting to paint stark contrast in a race that is still anyone's to win. A new Bloomberg Morning Consult poll showing the candidates tied among likely voters in all 7 battleground states. Joining us now, former Speaker of the House, Kevin McCarthy. Speaker McCarthy, good to see you.
Good to be here.
It's
Thanks.
a tight one. And if I could offer you the outcome of any one race right now, which one would you want to know?
I would watch Pennsylvania.
Why is that?
Because we elect presidents not by popular vote, by electoral college. So you assume if you look at the last election, which was only won by 48,918 votes, that Donald Trump would get pretty much the same electoral states that he got before, and I believe he'd pick up Georgia. If he picks up Pennsylvania, it's over. He's gotten to his 270. He wouldn't need Arizona. He wouldn't need Nevada. And when you look at where the play is, even the union voters in Pennsylvania overwhelmingly support Trump over Kamala. And Kamala, at the end of the day, if she loses this race, it's going to be her listening to Pelosi when Pelosi pushed her to pick Waltz, not because Shapiro's too ambitious. I like leaders who want people who are ambitious around them, not people who say, I won't compete.
He's beloved in Pennsylvania, and he's out there still campaigning for whether or not he's on the ticket or not. Do you think in Pennsylvania they would reject the Democratic Party, even though they love their Democrat governor?
They're not rejecting the Democratic Party. They're tired of high inflation prices. They're tired of the border being wide open. They want someone to do something that they'll actually say. You know, you watch President Trump go into a Steeler game and people start chanting USA. What do you think they would chant if Kamala was sitting there? They probably wouldn't say anything. And listen, if I asked you or America, tell me the 3 things Kamala Harris will do if she gets elected president. She has spent $1 billion. The only thing I know is she's going to give people $25,000 for the first house and bring inflation to home prices. That's the only thing I know.
Are you expecting a Republican sweep?
No, look, it's going to be a very tight race. Republicans will win the Senate. We're in a good place, and that's purely map. The presidency, I give a 60% chance that President Trump's going to win there. I just watch. It's a tight race. In the House, it's actually easier for Republicans to win seats this cycle, but Republicans now are behind on money. I just came back and saw 4 races that were tied the Democrats had, but they don't have the money to go play. They've made a mistake in this process. We always had more. I don't see the strategy in the House where you're on offense. I would go out. We beat the DCCC chair last time. Remember, the last 2 cycles leaders, I only won. When Biden won the presidency, it was the first time since 1994 no Republican incumbent lost.
But Speaker, the Republicans were feeling really good this time 2 years ago. Remember, Kari Lake was supposed to be the governor of Arizona? It wasn't the red wave.
No, but there was one place that still won while everybody else lost. Same thing as the election before, in the House. And we elected the most Republican women, most Republican minorities. We won 5 seats in California, 5 in New York. We won Oregon. We won Arizona. We won where Republicans were losing. And if they keep... The problem is they're not keeping with that same strategy. President Trump, though, this is the thing you want to look at, who's going to win, okay? First of all, the campaigns in Wisconsin and Pennsylvania, the incumbent Democrat senators are using Trump in their campaigns, not against him, but hugging him. So tell me how that's going to turn out. That's a good sign for Republicans. Then you're looking at articles where there's infighting in the Democratic Party because they want to know who to blame when they lose. And now they're literally talking about would it have been better to keep Biden on the ticket. And now you have people really going after Pelosi because not only did she and Obama push Biden off, she's the one who selected the VP candidate that put him in this problem.
You're very well versed in the House races.
You want to walk through them?
Well, no. Not all of them. There's too many. But
no, there's some key ones you should
walk. You were a prolific fundraiser. You saying they don't have money now. Whose fault is that? Is that Speaker Johnson's problem?
No, look, he just came in. No, I wouldn't put that on Johnson. I'd put that on the 8 who partnered with all the Democrats. Who are helping. Why would the Democrats partner with these 8 Republicans? Because they knew it would give them an advantage in an election. That they couldn't. Just our super PAC last cycle had more money than the DCCC and their super PAC. Now, if you want to look at the makeup of the environment, and this is where you want to see, Timing is everything in politics. Gallup does an interesting poll where they don't ask you if you'll vote for Harris or Trump. They ask you which party do you identify with. And they've done this for decades. Republicans are leading 48 to 45. Now, is that important? Yes. Republicans have never led. And they ask a second question. Who's best to solve the problems? Republican leads in that. So it's a good environment. In the House, North Carolina redistrict. So you automatically start with 3 new seats you can pick up. You've got the race in Colorado that last time was a new seat that we had a libertarian in that picked up 4% of the vote. They're not in. Gabe Evans could pick up there. Alaska, a ranked system. We don't have the second Republican running there. We'll pick that seat up. Then if you go to Pennsylvania, we had a bad top of the ticket last time for governor. Dave McCormick is fantastic. Donald Trump is fantastic. So 1 or 2 seats there. You got Michigan, where you have Slotkin, who pulled out. Tom Barrett's running.
You're feeling like Republicans were talking 2 years ago. We only have a little bit of time left. I have to ask about Elon Musk.
I'm telling you, there's opportunities if you have the resources.
You see the opportunities if there was resources. Maybe if
every cycle I was leader, we gained seats in California. There's 2 other seats we can gain. The question is, are you putting the resources in to get the message out to gain it? The environment is there. If you don't turn it out, there's a problem.
Let's talk about man with resources. Elon Musk. He's saying that if you are a registered voter, you can get $1 million. There's some legal issues with that, but that's not what I want to ask you. I want to ask you about this idea that he can become the head of the Department of Government Efficiency. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense? Because now he's talking about if he does become that person, maybe there's a pathway to approve autonomous vehicles that will directly help his company that he's the chief executive officer of. Can he do both? Is that legal?
Okay, now, I've known Elon for a long time. He's never said, I want to go into government so I can get autonomous vehicles approved. That's not even on his mind. But listen to the question you just asked. Oh my God, could we have Elon Musk go to government and make it efficient? I don't know. We just had a hurricane in North Carolina, and the only way people can get the internet is because of Elon. We have astronauts stuck in space. The only way they can come down is if we ask Elon. We just watched a rocket that no government did, but Elon sent it up, created an engine only made in America, where before him we paid Putin for their rockets, and he lands it right on back. I would pray Elon would come in and make our government efficient. My God, you would have accountability. You would have a government that works for the people. And does he want any money from it? No. We want more people like that. I mean, there is no other country in the world, every single one would beg for Elon to come and do it. And somehow the Democrats want to think that's wrong. That is what's wrong with them.
He's going to be tweeting this clip a little bit later. Speaker McCarthy, it's good to see you.
Hey, thanks for having me back.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. The former House Speaker there, Kevin McCarthy.